Sharon McCall with Whispering Fields Wellness. Welcome to the Grace Over Grind podcast. You are in the right place if you are done with busy and hectic long work days with almost no breaks in sleep, which has led to stress and exhaustion. If you've been working greater than 55-hour work weeks for a long time with barely any time for sleep and loved ones by the time you get done with everything you need to do at work and at home. And if you find yourself regularly running on fumes, despite how much caffeine and sugar that you're consuming through the day to being able to keep your energy up. Well, welcome. Today, we're going to cover a little bit on my perspective about why you are feeling so much stress and exhaustion from working too much. So as we take a look at your childhood, I am sure we will find that you are a studious little kid, doing everything possible to being able to ensure that your parents were proud of you, which set the foundation of how you constantly are striving for excellence and to succeed. And that has carried you into your career where you're doing your best to ensure that you can provide a great life for your loved ones and for yourselves and taking care of their future. As you've been at work, you've noticed that because of your success, your strengths, and the confidence that you have in what you do, people keep coming to you for help or to being able to give you new projects. And that's great for all of the recognition, but it has slowly increased that workload, particularly in these last few years, as every company, it seems, is asking their employees to do more with less. They keep coming to all of their stars, but they're not giving them the support that they need to being able to have a manageable workload. So it takes a little bit of different approach to being able to handle some of it. But slowly through all of this, the hours have ticked up that you're working each week. And so as you've been thinking about it, this is like a lot of stress, a lot of hours. Maybe it'd be better at a different company, and I'm sure this has crossed your mind. You're like, I have invested a lot in this organization. I like the people that I'm working with. I like what I'm doing. It's a little too much. I could go look for another job, but I really don't want to. This is an insecure economy. I don't want to end up having to add the stress of looking for another job. That just doesn't seem like the right solution. And so all of this combined has ended up leaving you just a little more stressed and exhausted than normal. But there's really more to it. There is so much more than just what's going on in your work environment and your normal drive to succeed. As you take a look at modern Western culture, it really is designed to wear us down and to being able to keep us compliant. They don't want us questioning what the norm is. And through all of this, it strives to create isolation for everyone, where we're always looking around and comparing ourselves to each other. We're feeling separated from God because of how chaotic it is. And it's hard to be able to find the time and the space to being able to see that there's something more than what's going on right in front of us. Everything in mainstream media and advertising, it keeps trying to constantly convince us that we are not enough. That we need to be thinner, we need to end up being smarter, we need to being able to doing more and be more than who we are, which is just puts us in a little bit of that ongoing grind and strain on a regular basis. And they're always encouraging us to being able to go after that next shiny object or to keep up with the Joneses and to being able just to keep doing more, that there's never enough and never to be content with what you've achieved. And in this environment, the last thing that they've done is for anybody that has traditional Christian values, they've started to twist them. They've displaced the family as being the center. Faith is being put to the side. So many workplaces, it's not safe to be recognized as a Christian anymore. And you have to almost completely separate it so that it's only in your personal life. To why you are feeling stressed, exhausted, frustrated, and drained. It just keeps adding up. It's no wonder that it's got you spinning and feeling a little bit stuck on how do I make these changes? How do I do this in a way that doesn't risk my financial stability, doesn't risk my performance at work? Feel that there's a need for the change so that you can end up being more present for your loved ones and available. You really want this. You want to being able to be recognized as that parent of the year to your child, that spouse that's going to end up being there through thick and thin, no matter what's going on. You recognize that as much as you've been ignoring it, your body, mind, and spirit have been encouraging you to rest and restore. You've been burning the candle at both ends, and it is getting to you, and you need to make some changes before it leads to a health crisis. And on top of that, you've realized, you've got such great hobbies and interests in some, but you haven't been able to spend any time on them. But I believe that there is hope. By doubling down on your values of faith, family, and freedom, we can make the space in your life to being able to enjoy these things more and reclaim that time from work. You can restore your energy so that you have enough for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. By applying different tips and strategies to manage your workload and your boss's expectations, you can still be successful at work. For example, when they come to you with that next big project that would be great to do, and you're like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do it all? You will have the strategies on how to handle it and tackle it so that you do not overcommit yourself. And you do it in such a way as to develop the team and to being able to make people recognize about how well you are safeguarding the company's resources and time. We also figure out how you can end up adjusting your mindset and including prayer to being able to stick to your priorities. So that one more thing at 4:45, that you're like, I've got time to get this done before I head home, doesn't turn into, oh my God, I'm late again. How do you make sure that you can consistently being able to be there for those things that are really important for you? And also end up making sure that you have those tiny healthy habits. Find those little small areas of change that just take a few seconds, maybe a few minutes each day, that then can snowball into much larger changes. With this approach, through stress recovery coaching, you will be able to slow down, recharge your energy, reclaim your time from work, and reconnect with God, self, and your loved ones. Book a free consultation at the link below to learn more. If you're not ready for one-on-one coaching yet, check the website for more articles and quick tips on how you can be able to better manage your stress and your workload. In the end, I want to make sure that you have the support that you need to being able to improve your work-life harmony. You deserve to flourish and live the life that God intended for you. I want to thank you for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a blessed day.